Okay, so welcome again. My name is Kim Ward. I am like the digital marketing strategist for all the things. And today we're talking about how to use Pinterest in a very strategic way to grow your Facebook group. And so my question for the group this morning was, number one, do you currently run, are you an admin of a Facebook group? Or do you fall into the category of like, look, I see the value. Hey, Erin. Hi, Suzette. I see the value and I'm really looking at potentially offering a Facebook group in 2024 and maybe beyond, right? Angie, how are you? We have to talk. I know I say that all the time. What's up, Dee Dee? What's up, Carrie? You've got to. Okay, super, super cool. I've got to say, when I was taught email marketing, I was always taught to write in a way where you don't feel like I'm writing to a big group of people, so that it feels very personal and it feels very like friend to friend. When I sent out this email as a reminder for today, I had about 10 or 15 people message me right away and say, hey, I'm either double booked or I can't make it. Can I have the replay? And I didn't have time to respond to everyone. But then my pre-written, pre-scheduled, hey, we're 1 hour away email went out to everybody again who registered. And some people got really like angry and hostile, and they messaged me back and they're like, didn't you get my previous message? I cannot be there. And I was like, I'm not going to get mad. This is the highest form of compliment, because obviously you are feeling like I'm writing to you specifically and individually. And I love that. So that means I'm doing my job. But for anyone here who's on my email list, which you all are now, just know that those emails are written to the masses, to all of you. Okay. So don't take it personally if I don't get back to you. As I promised, Pinspiring December is going to be a big, beautiful month. I want to help you walk boldly and confidently into 2024 and beyond. But I think we can all agree that confidence stems from competence. And that's really why we're here. We're not born with confidence, right? We all start at the same starting position. We all have to look that big, scary thing in the face, and it's courage that helps us decide if we're going to move forward now or if we're going to wait a little bit. So we're going to dive right in. Dee Dee's like, yeah, we know, no worries. No, girl, there are some people who legit don't know. And they were like, don't you understand? I can't be there. And I'm like, I get it, boo, but you're on my list, right? Okay. So when we look at your Facebook group, this is where we're starting. You have a niche or a niche, right? You've got a product, you have a service, you have an opportunity. The bottom line is you have a solution that will really be that need for other people's problems. And I've heard so many times the dumbest things people say. Facebook is for old people. Facebook is dead. Facebook doesn't work. That's horse crap, right? This group that I'm going to use as an example today, you all are in, and it's the Pinterest Marketing for Beginners. We've got 1,000 members in this one group, and this group, August, this one group in August generated $64,000 in revenue for my business. And there's only 1,000 members. There's groups that are so much bigger and larger in size that don't produce those kind of relationships, those kind of leads, those kind of monetary results. So like I was saying, today isn't necessarily a training specifically for Facebook. However, I did 2 trainings last month. Like I said, I'm going to package those together so you understand, number one, how to tap into other people's Facebook groups in order to generate leads for your business. Number two, the second training was really how to either launch a successful group for yourself or resurrect what you consider a dead group. Maybe there's no or little engagement. There's a lot of things you can do in order to have a highly productive, effective Facebook group. All right. We don't have time today to get into that. I've already done those trainings. If that is something that interests you, more will come pretty soon. Okay. So what we're going to do today is tap into the power of Pinterest. And you know what? Give me 1 second. I guess I can't. I wanted to turn on that like AI dictating thing, but that's okay. Pinterest is a very powerful search engine. It is not a social media platform. You've heard me say this before. And there are currently 465 million monthly active users on the Pinterest platform. So I want you to really start embracing this marketing approach with an outlook of not lack, not scarcity, not that something is dead or it doesn't work, but instead I want to really champion the realm of possibilities. Can we agree that like if we're going to hang out around this campfire, if we're going to be in each other's tribe, we're going to start developing a very healthy realm of possibility outlook. All right. When we go to your Facebook group, whether you have one yet or you will in the future, I'm going to kind of start over to share, like, how do we get here? Pinterest marketing for beginners. Okay. At the very top of your screen, when we get to your Facebook group, you see this link at the top. Can you see this? Facebook.com/groups/ and then there's a bunch of big, ugly numbers. Hey, Brian. Yes, the realm of possibility. That's where we live now. So this is a big, ugly, long link. It doesn't matter. It's going to direct people exactly where you need them to go. But if you don't like the way that that looks, you can go down to your group settings, and under the customize group features, it's going to say, what's your web address? And so I was able to name this Pinterest Marketing for Beginners. If you give your group a customized name, it will not work if someone else already has that name. The name of the group itself can be duplicate of what someone else has. That's not a problem, but I'm talking about the web address. This has to be something that's not taken. If it is taken, it's going to tell you, hey, that's already taken, and you're going to have to try to tweak it. So I've got Pinterest Marketing for Beginners. So I could use this link, or I could use the big ugly link at the top. Now, of course, if you're a little more savvy and you just like to have things branded a certain way, you could purchase a domain from GoDaddy or Namecheap and just have it forward to this big link. So I own pinwithkim.com. If I wanted to, I could just simply forward it to this Facebook group so that it's shorter, more concise, more clear. Okay. So we're good on where to find the link for your Facebook group at this point, right? Throw one in the chat if we're good. Cool. Cool. And then sorry, I got to move. I got one of those like vibration plates for my feet. It helps with circulation. It's really cool. My husband bought it and it's under my desk, and my little vacuum must have moved it. Hi, Pam. Hi, Heather, Ada. So now we're going to go to Canva, right? If you have not done a Pinterest training with me yet, you're missing out, right? So we're combining a bunch of different things today. We've got Facebook, we've got Canva, and then we take it over to Pinterest. So when you're inside of Canva, I've already pre-created, I've crafted these pins yesterday so that you wouldn't have to sit here and watch me just work on Canva. So let me open up the first one. Hi, Karen. So this graphic here, and if you do have questions, I am very happy to answer. What I will ask is just kind of write your questions down. That way, when we're done with the training, the people on the replay can watch the training part, and then you and I can get through the Q&A section together, okay? So either pop them in the Q&A or just write them down, and when the time is right, we will get to them. So I created what's called a Pinterest pin graphic. So the size was already there. I basically browsed and looked for a template that was pretty bright, something that I liked. And then I went into this little section here that's called elements, and I just typed Facebook, and I scrolled down until I found these thumbs up. This is animation. So this turns a static Pinterest pin into a video pin, an MP4, okay? And yes, this is recorded. I'm sending out the replay. And just in case I haven't made that clear enough for everybody, the whole month, Pinspiring December, I will record every single training. I will send the replays out, okay? So don't fret there. So this is now a video pin simply just because I added the animation behind it with the thumbs and also this pink thumb with the circle around it. You can see that. So Pinterest marketing for beginner. Hi, Kim Groshik. Thank you. My pleasure, you guys. It is my pleasure. And big text is what we're looking for. So I want you to think of Pinterest, right? Let's go over here to the home feed. When we're scrolling the home feed, and most people are on their phone, they could be here. Craig, I see Pinterest Marketing Academy, Karen LaMarche, Dr. Kara, there's all my students, Michelle. We're being judged in a nanosecond. That is why this is known as the visual search engine. So people are looking for, first and foremost, things that pertain to their life. So when you create your Pinterest account, you have an opportunity to tell Pinterest all about your hobbies, your interests, your thoughts, things like that. And when we create pins, we use something called keywords. And the more keywords that we have, that tells the algorithm and this platform with immense clarity what our pin and what our content is about. So now that the algorithm and the platform understand that, they know exactly who to drop your content in front of. That's why Pinterest is so powerful. Knowing that there's 465 million monthly active users currently, knowing that it's a search engine, and knowing that it partners like a best friend, a non-toxic one, with Google. And the last time I looked, there were 99,000 Google searches every single second. So honest to God, if you think that your content, that your videos, that your pins have no business on Pinterest, I really have got to do a better job educating you. All right. Yeah, Dee Dee, that's what I'm saying. Like most people have these misconceptions that it's just for hair and nails and decor, where you would be surprised. I mean, look at right here, Keebler. Everyone knows the brand Keebler, right? This is a massive conglomerate corporation. If Keebler is marketing their business on Pinterest, what do they know that you don't? Here's another one, US Bank. Why is a bank promoting the banking industry on Pinterest because they know. And now you know. Okay. So what I'm saying here is create a graphic or a pin, as we call it, that is aesthetically pleasing to the eyes. It's bright colors. It's very clear. It's easy to read. The text is large so that I don't have to squint or put on my Coke bottle glasses to read it. And there's not a ton of text. So I've seen some pins where it's just like all, and I'm not talking a quote graphic, right? I'm talking about people who want to throw as much possible stuff. And it's like, who's going to sit here and read that? And I'm coming across examples, but I can't use those as examples because those are people in my market. So I've got to find someone I don't know to pick on. I can't use any of those. Those are my, okay, nope, not going to do it. Anywho, you get the idea. If there's a lot of text, look at this, McCormick on Pinterest. Okay, we're opening some serious doors now, serious doors. Here we go. So I've got my pin. I'm going to assume, if you've been around my world, right? If you're new to my world, it is time to step into a true Pinterest training with me, because you need to know how to use keywords to get yourself found. You see Prissy here. She's one of my students. She says in the chat, I started my account with 350 viewers, and now it's 6,500 viewers. And she's only been pinning since the beginning of November. It is now December 4th today. So this pin is pretty aesthetically pleasing. You guys agree with me? It's clean, it's crisp, it's easy to read. I did put some animation here so that it makes it a video pin. But why I'm talking about keywords so much is because inside of Canva, you can see at the very top of my screen, I've named this Pinterest Marketing for Beginners. I'm going to delete that so you can see right here. Generally, what you might see is something that says untitled design, or it may have whatever the first thing that you typed into your graphic is. I need you to switch your Canva graphics to the keyword that you want to start ranking for this particular pin on Pinterest. So the more clear, and this isn't something that you're going to pull out of your ass. It's not something you're going to pull a feather out of your hat. This is something that I trust you've done appropriate keyword research for. And there's very, very strategic, very simple ways to learn that. And that's what I teach inside of the Pinterest Marketing Academy, right? So I'm going to name this Pinterest Marketing for Beginners because that in itself is a keyword. Now I've named it. Now I'm ready to save this. So it's going to download as, like I said, an MP4. That's a video pin. Right now, video pins do tend to get quicker volume than a static graphic pin. And while this is downloading, I'm just going to explain why. Pretty recently, Pinterest ended an amazing tool back in September. It was called Pinterest TV. And that's just kind of their fancy way of housing Pinterest live video. Something you had to be approved for, something that you had to schedule in their calendar. I used to stream once a week on Pinterest TV, and I would get anywhere between 30 to 60 to sometimes over 100,000 views on just one live video. That's a true story. One of my good friends, Lindsay Sewell, she learned Pinterest from me, and she started doing her Pinterest live. And I remember one in particular, she was recommending some affiliate products, and within 30 minutes, she sold 4 items. She sold 4 products from that live. So they decided to discontinue that. And so corporate came to me. We hopped on a Zoom. Not anymore, Dee Dee. It's done. They discontinued that in September. But they came to me and said, hey, first and foremost, you've been on our radar for a while, so we consider you one of our top producers. We'd like to build our relationship with you. So they gave me some intel at that time and said, you can't tell anybody this is happening. And I was like, oh my God, I can't say anything. This is horrible. I teach Pinterest. I want my people to always be the first to know. And so once the day came where they gave me the green light, I shouted from the rooftop to all of you in the Pinterest Marketing for Beginners group. And I was like, hey, so Pinterest Live is no longer a thing. However, anytime you can bring a video onto this platform is going to dominate in viewership over a static or an static pin. We'll just call a static pin. And that is because they realized the importance of video, and they've slightly shifted their algorithm to give you more of a push and support when you have a video pin. So what I did today by putting some slight animation in this pin is showing all of our friends who may be a little apprehensive to put your own face on camera. Maybe you're still a little shy. How you can create a video without ever showing your face. And look at this, Fidelity Investments. You can't tell networkers not to say something. Jason, you're absolutely right. Okay, so let's go over to Pinterest. Let's create this pin together. Now, right now, Pinterest is going through a little bit of a change. So if your screen doesn't look like mine, don't fret. One reason, maybe you're overseas, maybe you're not in the US or Canada. And so I've learned that like Australia, Prissy in Hong Kong, a couple of our friends in the UK, it looks wildly different over there. But also, it may look different because you are in the transitional phase with Pinterest, okay? Yeah, Dr. Kara's in the house and she's like, my videos do better than my static pins, right? So I get it. I get that some people are still fearful. They don't want to put their face on camera. I've got tricks for that. So what I did was just animated one of mine so we could see how this can be done as a video with just some animation. Now I've got to find it. What did I name it? You guys remember? What the heck did I name it? Here it is. Okay. So here's the video, right? Pinterest Marketing for Beginners. And I created what's called a pretty link. All right. So that's some next level stuff. You don't have to worry about that because like I said, I showed you how to find your links for your own Facebook group. So I can take this link, or I use a redirect tool where I can take any big ugly link and I can tie it to my domain, which is successwithkimward.com, and then / what comes after that / that's called a slug. So I just switch out my slug and that tells my redirect system where to redirect my account, right? So now we've got to add our title. Remember what I taught you. And if you're new to Pinterest and you're new to my world, we want to be conversational with people. We want to use keywords and we want to create hooks that people want to click on and read more of. So, let me think. This is a must for your 2024 small business marketing. I didn't tell them what it is. The image is pretty clear. Pinterest marketing, right? And think about what it is that you do. Think for a moment here. Do you have a product? Do you have a service? Are you opportunity based? What is going through your mind right now as to, okay, I could create a little simple pin that drives people into my ecosystem. I teach, sometimes it's a lead magnet for us, But today's training, it's specifically about the Facebook group. So I'm trusting that when we go over to Facebook, and again, this is in my Facebook trainings, but we've got some membership questions. You could have 3. Number 1, I like to ask, hey, what would make this an extraordinary experience for you? And I ask that because they're going to tell me what their expectations of the group are. And I'm going to see if I can meet their expectations. I'm going to see if I can exceed their expectations and if I can serve on a higher level. Question 2 is always something about their email, right? Drop your best email to receive. If you're in weight loss, the hottest 2024 weight loss hacks, right? Or if you are in whatever it is for you. I'm using my stuff as an example, but I want you to really start to wrap your head around what could this look like for me and the people that I'm looking to serve. And I don't have question 3 right here, but I will add it. Question 3, I love to ask, because I have another Facebook group where I ask something similar. What's your biggest challenge when it comes to blank? And that becomes the whole idea around your group. So if it is weight loss, hey, what's biggest challenge with losing weight? Right? For some people, it's stress. For some people, it's night cravings. For some people, it's overindulgent, right? My eyes are bigger than my stomach. Think about your world. And when you have these 3 questions and we start driving people over here from Pinterest, they're getting in another level deeper with you. They're telling you, here's what I think would be extraordinary. 2, here's my email address. It's very rare. It's very rare that people don't answer my questions. Okay. And number 3, what's your biggest challenge with blank? What's your biggest challenge when it comes to digital marketing or understanding Pinterest or generating leads? Okay. Just some things for you to think about, because if we just drive traffic over here without getting them deeper into what I call your virtual spider web, it's easier for them to slip right back through the cracks. And that's not conducive for our time. That's why we're taking our time to learn this effectively, do it effectively, right? So that's all I'm going to say about that. This is a must for your 2024 small business marketing. That's the title. And they're going to be like, oh, let's click that open and see what she's talking about. So now I'm going to say, I bet, like most people, you thought Pinterest was for hair, nails, decor, etc. But here you are reading a pin about Pinterest marketing. Sweet, right? Jason's like, and I did, until I met him in person at an event in Florida. So when you're creating your description, you want to speak to the singular person who's reading. You want to be very, very conversational. So right now, what I just read, you wouldn't think that's awkward. It's just like what I said about my emails. I write it in a way where you think that I'm talking to only you, and I am. That's what I do, right? There's a lot of psychology around the marketing piece. So this is what I'm saying. I bet, like most people, you thought Pinterest was for hair, nails, decor, etc. But here you are reading a pin about Pinterest marketing. Just this morning, I saw pins from large brands that include, let me see if I can tag them, Keebler, right? So I'm using the @ symbol and I'm tagging Keebler. I've never really done this before. Bye, Julie, no problem. I'm just looking to see if I can start to kind of tap into their audience. So I'm just pushing it here a little bit with you. That include Keebler and @ US bank. This is what I call just getting a little ballsy. There were a few more, but Keebler and a few others. So what do they know that you don't about Pinterest for business? Click the link and step into I'm going to say into our Facebook community. And I'm going to say it again. It may feel a little redundant, but I'm doing this because why? It's keywords, right? The more clear, the more concise, the more keywords I'm using, I'm going to rank faster and higher than other people for Pinterest marketing, for small business marketing, for 2024 small business marketing. All of these things are variations of keywords. So Pinterest marketing for beginners. Okay. And then I'm going to say, see you there. I don't hold back. So join now. And I'm giving them just a little push with my call to action. The alt text, again, this is one of those transitional phases where it may or may not be there for you. If it's not there, don't worry about it. If it is there, this is an opportunity. It's optional opportunity for you to type the visual depiction, the visual aesthetic of your pin. If someone is blind, if someone is visually impaired, they use what's called a screen reader, and this is read out loud to them. And if you say, hey, this is a beautiful light pink, like soft cotton candy background, you would list everything. So what it is, it's reading out loud to them, and they're kind of living vicariously through your words to experience the aesthetic of your pin. But it is an opportunity for you to also stack and sprinkle some keywords into that alt text. Okay. Next, this is a new-ish feature. This is called tags, and you can add up to 10 tags. And this is just an opportunity for Pinterest, again, to understand what the specificity of the content is about, so that they can place this in front of humans who are already searching for this type of content. So again, in this example, we're talking about Pinterest marketing and digital marketing, but think about what it is that you do. This works for every business, every product, everything. Trust me. Now, the tricky part to tags is you can't just free text whatever you want. You have to be vague, because they're going to give you options. So let me type in the word marketing. Here we go. We've got marketing, and I have to click it. So now, yeah, Laura's like, hey, I read a recent statistic that over 30% of the global population has vision issues. So she's using large text, large font. That's awesome. Going into 2024, anywhere you see an alt text, it's actually going to be a requirement in order to post your image. That's a big, big change that's coming. Okay, so I'm going to choose every tag that's relevant to my marketing stuff here, marketing plan. We're not going to bait and switch people, right? We are people of integrity. So what I mean by that is we're not going to choose categories that don't apply to your content just so you can get eyeballs on them. So we've got content marketing. I'm just going to keep exhausting marketing as much as I can, small business marketing. And you can choose, like I said, up to 10. And it looks like I've pretty much exhausted what I can from marketing. And I didn't want Christmas in there. So let me try Pinterest and see if anything comes up. Nope. So the 3 tag limit can go up to 10. Yeah. So you've got opportunity for 10 tags. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 right now. So let me type business. small business. And it's going to tell you once you've hit your tag limit, business ideas, business motivation. And here we go. We've reached the number of tags allowed. And the last part here is your destination link. This is going to be our Facebook groups. So again, you've got multiple opportunities to either get the big ugly link that Facebook provides you. You can go to your settings like I shared with you, and you can change it to something that's like I have. So it's facebook.com/groups/Pinterest marketing for beginners. That's fine. They all work, but I've gone ahead to keep congruency with my brand. Everything is successwithkimward.com/something. So if I did, it's going to forward right to the Facebook group. So it's successwithkimward.com/pin. Now, I love to pin every single day. That's my recommendation if you're able to. So down here, you can publish immediately, which we are going to do, or you can publish at a later date. So you're going to be able to choose the entire month, day and time. So if you're pinning multiple times a day, you can batch your pins out ahead of time, but I want to publish immediately. And I want to choose an appropriate board, and it should hopefully match some of the keywords that you've used. So I have a board for Pinterest marketing for small business. I'm going to publish it there. And because this is a video pin, it's going to reach more people faster. So let's see the pin. Here it is. There it goes. They're like, what? So they click on it and boom, they land on your Facebook group. Now they can choose to step in. Okay. One more quick, and then we're going to basically be done with the training so that I can get to your questions and all that. So I've created this one. This was pretty fun. I mean, it's a little hard to see, but what I wanted you to see, again, bright colors, join our community for the best Pinterest marketing secrets. There's my link. And again, I'm going to show you, I use something called a frame. That's basically this computer, but it allowed me to drag a picture into it. So you can see, I'm going to make this big as I can. It's my group, Pinterest marketing for beginners. There's 1,000 people. There it is. Right? So what I did was I went to the Facebook group. I took a screenshot of this, and then inside of Canva, I was able to bring that image up. So under elements, what I'm talking about is if you scroll down into elements and you click on something right here called frames. I'm going to click see all so you can see how people do some of the cool stuff that you're like, I had no idea. But Kim, damn girl, you made it so simple. We've got devices, right? So you've got a phone, a computer, all kinds of stuff. You've got paper, you've got flowers, you've got all this. So I'll generally, if I look at the devices, I'll use the phone or the computer feature. So it just looks a little more realistic, but it's also some brand recognition. So now when they click the link, they're going to see Pinterest marketing for beginners, and their brain is going to remember that exact imagery from the pin itself. Okay, from the pin itself. Mary, yes. Yes. So Mary said, hey, can you schedule right from inside of Canva over to Pinterest? That is a pro feature. But if you have the pro version of Canva, you can, when I click share, it says share on social. And you can actually schedule to your Facebook business page, to a Facebook group, to Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, a Facebook story, or ta-da, Pinterest, right from inside of Canva. right? All you have to do is log in with your credentials, link whatever platform, and then go on with it. Okay. So I've named the graphic up here, Pinterest marketing for beginners, right? That's my keyword. Now I'm ready to save this. This is an image. It's not an MP4. It's not a video. I'm going to save that. All right, Cindy, see you later. Bye, Pam. Create a pin. This time we're going to upload the static pin, which is also Pinterest marketing for beginner keyword. So here it is. Bam. So I would do exactly what I just did. I'm going to give it my title. I'm going to give it descriptions. I'm going to give it the link. I can schedule it now. I can schedule it later. Now on my screen right now, you don't see tags. That is because I'm still somewhat in the older version of Pinterest, and the tags for me, they're only showing up with a video pin. So if you don't see tags, don't fret. That's because it's only for video yet at this point for us. If you are lucky enough to have tags on a static pin, make sure you stack all 10 tags. So again, we put the link for the Facebook group, title, description, choose our board, and boom, publish, voila. And that, my friends, is how we start driving traffic from Pinterest right over to your Facebook group. So don't leave yet, because there's something I want to show you. Anyone who has questions, I want you to use the Q&A feature real quick. If you're on the replay, don't stop watching yet. Hold on. Da, 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 da. I've got something. Get. Copy. View. Okay. Now, I launch once a quarter what is called the Pinfluence Profits Mastermind. You've seen today in just a short period of time how much we can do and how truly impactful we can be through Pinterest marketing. So my question for you is, do you want my help? Do you want my help? We are launching our Q1 cohort of the Pinfluence Profits Mastermind. This is a live 90-day coaching experience in a group environment where we are going to supercharge your digital marketing efforts. I can promise you this has been an insanely successful program, and you've got me for 12 weeks where we're going to have weekly coaching sessions. We go through mindset mastery. So if you're like, I don't know if this can happen for me, I'm fearful of video, I've got you. You've got hot seat coaching where I'm going to guide you. I'm going to tell you what keywords to use. I'm going to give you feedback on your pictures, on your cover photo, on your keywords, everything. You've got my brain for 12 weeks. Is that not an amazing kickstart to 2024? Q&A sessions, right? Lifetime access to all of your replays, including my signature course, the Pinterest Marketing Academy. And yes, we've got a private members only Facebook group where you can come in and ask questions anytime, and I will support you. I will answer your questions, and I will give you the guidance in between our sessions. So we're launching, Jason, he's here in the room with us. He's had 5 total customers since implementing what he's learned in the mastermind. We've got Anne, who's had 23 leads from one pin in just 4 weeks. Crazy, crazy, crazy stuff happening. So you can come in with us now before we get going and unlock the Pinterest Marketing Academy. This is limited to 50 people, and it's $19.97. This may be the only thing you need next year. Legit. You all know I over-deliver. You all know I train on bigger digital marketing, everything, not just Pinterest, but the whole point of this is how do you leverage your time, your life to create lifestyle for financial freedom, right? How do I grow? How do I scale? How do I do all the things I need to do? You heard me. I generated $64,000 in just the month of August from a Facebook group, right? I've grown my Instagram to over 22,000 followers just from pinning about it. And now because I have a massive audience, I'm categorized as an influencer. So I am able to get approved for any affiliate product that I want to promote. And it's because Pinterest has set me free. And that's what I want for you. So if 1997 is too much at once, you can break down payments and or you can tap into some financing options. Okay. So I'm going to put the link in the chat right now. I'm telling you, this is worth everything. And there are tons of people in the room with me right now who are part of this mastermind. They will sing my praises so that I don't have to. Okay. So yes, there is a monthly payment plan. There's also financing options through Affirm and through Klarna, or you can do the pay in full and unlock an exclusive pay in full bonus where only the people who pay in full are going to be able to attend and learn how to use ChatGPT to create bulk amounts of pins. I'm talking an entire month worth of pins in maybe 15 minutes or less. Okay. So that's what I'm going to say about that. I'm telling you, come on in and let me get to your questions now. So there's the link. I would love to have you. We kick off January 8th is our kickoff call. That's week 1, and we'll finish and wrap up right about April 1st. So you'll be with me for 12 insanely valuable weeks. Okay. So Deborah says, I'm wondering what happened to carousel pins. Nothing. They are still there. So when you post a pin, right? When you post a pin, it's going to ask you, would you like to turn this into a carousel? And all you say is yes. And you can bring up to about 20 images or videos. All right. So that's still there, Deb. Barb, can we do this if we've previously been in the PMA program? Yes, please do it. This is an extension of PMA. So PMA is my lower ticket Pinterest training. Very, very, very beginner. Okay. The Pinfluence Profits Mastermind is the next logical extension because it's not quite basic conversations. And we're going to teach and learn things that are going to make your life easier, more leveraged, that we don't cover inside of PMA because it's just not appropriate for such a basic conversation yet. Okay. So the PMA modules are essentially your curriculum. And then the 12 weeks that we spend together, it's a correlation of group coaching, hot seat coaching, and additional trainings that aren't taught in the PMA. So if you've gone through PMA, the mastermind is the next logical step for you. And even if you haven't been through PMA, I gift it to you as a bonus. That's a bonus. I just say, here, I want to unlock this for you just for coming in. The value is still there. This is actually a $3,000 program. I'm choosing to offer it right now for $19.97. And yeah, so thank you for that question, Barb. Let me check the chat to see what else we've got. Thank you, Carla. Oh, Jason's at 6 sales now. You didn't tell me. What? All right. Deborah, I'm not sure what's happening, but you can message me if you've got any questions. I'll walk you through the process. Yep, Karen's like, I participated in the mastermind and getting off that social media hamster wheel. I've learned so much more than I ever expected. Okay. Yes, congratulations to Jason. Will you have templates for those who aren't a good fit with the graphics? What a great question. The answer is yes, not in the Pinterest Marketing Academy. I don't provide templates there. I do offer a completely done for you Pinterest program. So if that's something you're like, I love the marketing thing, I love the mastermind thing, but I'd rather pay someone to do it for me, who better than Kim Ward and her team? You can email me. That is a conversation we can have. If you don't want to do the pinning, if you don't have time to do the pinning, if you see the value and you don't want to learn something new, we have only 2 more spots where we can take a done for you client, where we do the keyword research. We actually create your pins and your videos, and we pin for you 3 times a day, 7 days a week. Okay, so that's something cool. Gladys, thank you so much. This offer is open, Diane, until January 8th, which is the day we're going to launch, or until we have 50 enrollees before that. So as soon as we have 50 people in, I am shutting this program down, and everyone has to wait another quarter. So this does launch once a quarter. Right? And what a great question. Someone's like, do we need any extra tools with this? The answer is no. I'm going to tell you right now, I hate slimy marketing. I hate dogs, right? Not dogs. I love my dogs, canine, but I hate hungry dogs online. I will never, ever, ever, ever teach you anything that requires you to buy stuff once you're in. I will always teach you the effective ways to do it based on what you've invested into my program. And whatever I share with you is either going to be free or it has an option for you to pay for additional stuff, right? That's your choice. I will never put something in front of you that requires you to spend more money once you're in. I hate that crap. I won't do it. That's right, Angie. All right. Any more questions? I am a straight shooter, Carla. Thank you for saying that. So Angie is in the house, and she is my absolute favorite car sales people. And on my vision board for this year, I do have a new truck. And I've been telling her for 6 months, I'm going to get a new truck. But I wasn't specific because we're torn right now between a Ford F-150 and a Denali. I love them both. Okay. Looks like we don't have any more questions. So the done for you, that is your choice based on your budget. So that can be a 3-month program or a 6-month program. I always love the 6-month more because we're talking about a longer amount of time to really dig our heels in and have some exciting things happen. So we create your pins, we create your video, we do the keyword research, and we pin 3 times a day, 7 days a week for you for that 3-month period or that 6-month period. Okay. So if that's a conversation you want to have, please reach out to me on Facebook, or you can just email me. You all should have my email. It's kim@lifebydesignCommunity.com. But one more time, I'm going to put the link to the mastermind in here. And I would absolutely love for you to come in. Hilda, the done for you is not cheap. It's $1,000 a month, but I will tell you what we generate for people is insane. My client Summer had a $50,000 day. We did over $15,000 in sales for her on Black Friday. We also launched a book campaign where she hit #1 bestseller just with our digital marketing efforts. We saw Joe Tetlow create $25,000 in just 5 months from Pinterest. So it's $1,000 a month. If you pay in full, you do get a discount. So for the 3-month program, your pay in full would be $26.97. Okay. If you do the 6-month, it's $56.97 for pay in full. Lots of great questions. Okay. Yep. Come on, baby. We're here. Okay. What is the sweet spot for Pinterest buyers? I don't understand that question. Oh, pricing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I created a pin last month to promote the Pinterest Marketing Academy. That's a $197 course. And within 8 minutes, Within 8 minutes of posting it, I already made a sale off of that Pinterest pin. True story. Now, the more high ticket you go, of course, you would rather have them in your ecosystem. You'd rather probably get them on a sales call or some kind of presentation, but that's up to you. So this has been insanely fun. I hope that you have found value. If you did find value today, would you let me know? I don't want this to turn into a pitch session, but I do really want, you in the mastermind. It's been a wildly amazing ride to see so many people come to life, reclaim their life, get some leverage, get some things going on. And like I shared my own stories, Pinterest has really, really set me free, whether it's pinning my Facebook groups, whether it's pinning my Instagram handle. Having over 22,000 followers has allowed me to become enough of an influencer where I literally can apply for any affiliate program and I don't get turned down. Okay. John, I do see that your hand is up, but I can't call on you. So I need you to pop your question into the Q&A or into the chat, please. Guys, just so you know, we've got a Pinspiring month. So next time we get together is going to be Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. Also a complimentary challenge. We're doing a 3-day challenge for Pinterest for beginners. And then on the 15th, which is next Friday, right? Next Friday, the 15th at 12 noon Central, I'm going to show you basically what we did today. But instead of pinning to our Facebook groups, I'm going to show you how to grow your email list through pinning. Okay. So valuable. Thank you so much for your time. I love you immensely. If you haven't done so yet, step into the mastermind. It is going to be the best decision you make for 2024. I can assure you of that. I don't mess around. And I really, really appreciate the fact that you chose to spend some time with me today. Time is our most precious commodity. And when you say yes to something, I can only imagine what other things you had to say no to. So I make it a very important part of my mission to add the value. And I will be sending this replay out. The email growing list training is the 15th of December, 12 p.m. Central. But all of this will be in my emails, okay? You guys, kick ass and take names, all right? Have a great day. I'll see you next week for a 3-day challenge. And be sure to check your email in about an hour. It'll have the replay of today's training. Stay blessed, and I hope to see you in the mastermind. Bye for now.